Well, hello, West Michigan, and welcome to 8West. We are back finally in our studio after a couple of weeks off from the Olympic hiatus.
Yeah, so that was amazing, and it was amazing to be off, but it's really nice to be back here in the studio in front of all you, telling you really fantastic things about West Michigan.
I know, even though we have been not on the air, we've been working really hard behind the scenes, especially Rachel, who has been sort of, I want to say, a world traveler, having some great experiences to share with you.
You know, speaking of that, we should dispel some myths right here, because when we were on hiatus, of course, we weren't showing 8West, but we were really busy, and a lot of people were saying, that's great, are you taking vacation? I'm like, oh no, just the contrary. We have been so busy storing up some fabulous stories that we plan to show this month and next on 8West. I had so many pictures of all the adventures that I've personally experienced. I know you've had some fun ones too on my phone, and I just wanted to share just a few to give you a little bit of a taste of what you're going to see in the coming weeks. Okay, so later this month, 27th, 28th, 29th to be exact, we are going to be showing our trip to Chicago.
So are you on the field at Wrigley Field?
Yes, this is the field.
Wow.
The players actually taking batting practice before a game, and we were right there on the field. We did something that I've never heard of before. We took a tour that the public can go on game days and off game days of Wrigley, which is the second oldest stadium in baseball today. And so it was fascinating, and it was so neat. And so we're going to be bringing that and actually give you the connection. So if you want to drive to Chicago and experience some of these great things that we did, we're going to tell you exactly how you need to do it, how much it's going to cost.
You know, many of the things that we do are behind the scenes, sort of off limits, but these are actually on limits. Everybody, they're open to the public. Anybody can do this kind of stuff.
And this was another thing that we did. We went on an architectural tour. I've been on two before. This one was fantastic because it's Chicago's First Lady, and they use architects from the Chicago Architectural Foundation to do these tours. And if you have never been on this, have you been on it, Terri?
I have never. I would love to, though, because when I visit Chicago, I think it's one of the most amazing big cities in the country. There's so much history, and to have the opportunity to hear from the experts on a guided tour.
There is the waterway of the Chicago River that flows right through the city, and so it's a perfect perspective. No traffic, no anything to be able to see some of these buildings. And once you learn the stories about them, about how they were made and who occupies them, and maybe how they've changed hands, or maybe the time that they were built, and that's why it looks where they have the Art Deco design, or they have something that's more modern. You can really appreciate this city all the better and learn about its history. And so we're really excited to bring this story and show you how you can do this also, because for a lot of people, if you leave Grand Rapids, it's about 2.5 hours or 3 hours, depending on the traffic.
It's a super great drive. If you have a long weekend, if you have a 3 or 4 day weekend, it is really a great place because you really feel like you get away from it all. You get to a big city, but you still haven't gone
that far. And you can take the train. I mean, you could do a day trip. Done that before. And so that's really exciting. Again, the 27th, 28th, and 29th of August. And then here, this is actually a local site.
My home away from home. These days, especially as I'm back to school shopping.
Yeah, it's Rivertown Crossings Mall in the Granville area. And that's me shooting a model. And there's a female model you see in a beautiful white dress off to the side by the carousel. We are announcing a fantastic partnership that once again we're doing with Rivertown Crossings this year, and we're actually going to be talking about that in just a few minutes, so I don't want to give a lot away, but I was hanging out at the mall big time, doing some shopping, shooting models, because as we know, everyone's going back to school, elementary through college. We've got some great outfits broken down for you, and we're going to tell you where you can find those.
Even preschool. You have a preschooler this year who's got to get the right duds.
Yeah, I did some shopping over the weekend for preschool clothes. I've been slowly doing it, trying to make it not such a huge task. And then one more picture we have. This is also in downtown Grand Rapids, and so it's called a pub cruiser. Okay. Have you ever seen this going down the road?
I haven't, but it was so much fun because, you know, we have a great team of interns that help us out behind the scenes all summer long in every department here at Wood TV. And a lot of our interns, I think, are very familiar with what this is and the opportunity that provides to people who are going to the different establishments in downtown Grand Rapids.
Yeah, we utilize our interns and some of our production crew and some other really great folks. This pub cruiser is all the rage. It's been all over this summer in Grand Rapids, and basically what you can do is you can take this tour and you can go to two or three different establishments in Grand Rapids. You bike, and so you have to use your feet. There are no drinks on the cruiser itself. It's really, really fun, and so we're going to be bringing that story To you also, we're thinking about maybe near Art Prize, because it would be a really great way to be able to experience downtown, and hoping to get the Pub Cruiser folks to maybe make an appearance during our show.
Hey, we would love that.
Yeah,
Fabulous.
really, really fun. So some fantastic ideas. If you have any questions before they actually air, feel free to contact me and I'll give you all the information. If you just can't wait.
If you just can't wait.
On 8West.
Well, I had the opportunity to see some great shows. You know, summer is a great time for local theater, and at the Civic we had the 2 big children's productions using different middle school, elementary school, and high school kids. We had Ramona and Beezus at the Civic, and also Schoolhouse Rock, 2 of the really the funnest, most upbeat performances I've seen all year. Then this weekend, the Byron Center Community Theater put on The Music Man, and I have to really say, we were talking about it because Rachel she should have been cast as one of the members of the crew of this.
We
really? What role did you have?
Great show. I was one of the chirping ladies.
Oh.
Take a little, talk a little, take a little, talk
Wonderful.
a little, cheep, cheep, cheep,
Cheep,
talk
cheep.
a lot.
It was wonderful. So I just have to say congratulations to Byron Center Community Theater. This was the first time they'd ever done a community-based production. They had to raise all the money. They cast just a marvelous amateur cast of people. Joanna Leatherman was the Mary and the Librarian. She was amazing, and so I just have to say congratulations. It was a huge community-based effort. The township kicking in $20,000. They raised the other $40,000 through different sponsors, but they're planning to do this every other year, and I just have to say, you know, thumbs up.
Gives people a lot of opportunities. You know, they have that artsy side to them, but maybe they need to have a full-time job, or they have responsibilities to their families.
Right.
Or
Joanna works in the credit union industry. And there she is as Mary in the Light. I mean, and she should be on Broadway. I mean, she's just got an incredible stage presence, and so many of the other kids and men and women who were in the production as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm going to make a big family announcement here.
Okay.
I've had to keep this under wraps for the last
I know what is coming, and I'm
couple of weeks.
excited.
I know. I'm almost getting emotional. I haven't really gotten emotional out this one so far. Well, you know, earlier this summer, my son Jacob got married, and now, so I got to spend this last year as the mother of the groom. Next year, I'm going to be the mother of the bride.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so excited. My daughter Jacqueline got engaged to her high school sweetheart, Ben Mulder, and the big festivity is June 22nd, 2013. So it's amazing. Rachel knows Ben because he's been a part of our family for many years. This is actually when we were in Tennessee. Ben came along with us on a couple of family vacations. But it is just amazing. They actually had their first unofficial date when Jacqueline was about 14 years old. They went snowboarding at Bittersweet, and went to high school and middle school together, and so exciting.
You're excited to have Ben as officially part of your family.
I know.
I know he's been there for years, but it's exciting.
Well, I know, and we're just so thrilled, and it's going to be a blast. So so today we are going wedding dress shopping for the very first time. So I'm already feeling like I'm going to be just a bundle of nerves. It's amazing to feel like she's going to marry somebody who grew up in her same zip code. That's hard to do these days.
It really is, and Jacqueline is a woman about the country. With her golfing, we've been able to really experience what it's like to be a collegiate golfer and working at the talent that she is, and now to be able to see this big step in her life is really quite something. You know,
we started eightWest.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we started eightWest as she was getting ready to start her senior year of high school, and now here we are, getting ready to walk down the aisle.
Things are changing, aren't they, everyone?
They grow up fast.